Hello everybody and welcome back to Ebe. This is part 7 now, however today's format is going to be a little bit different in that I'm going to guide you through the Promise of Reunion ending. When I didn't get that on my first gameplay, I was very bummed out because I felt like I had done everything right, but it turns out that there's a lot more going on than I remember or maybe was originally included in the game, at least the original. So I'm going to take you through my process. I did this in a way that wouldn't spoil things, so I replayed the game several times and did different things. So next voice over me is going to tell you those things. I'm going to take you through everything very briefly, and then we're going to pick up at the end and we're going to see the Promise of Reunion ending together. So, my first course of action in this was simply trying to pick up from my most recent save in the Violet area to see if my choices in the sketchbook could yield a different response. Although I interacted with Gary at every possible location from there, I could not successfully give him my handkerchief. I had the option, however, he would not accept, probably because we were not good enough friends with him. So, during my second playthrough of the afternoon, I took essentially the same route as in the one posted, but went over the top in interacting with Gary. Unfortunately, this led to the same outcome. I tried to ask if he was really okay, which didn't lead to a second option as I had hoped, where we could possibly insist he takes it. So, back to the drawing board I went. During my initial playthrough, I believed I mentioned Gary's doom counter, which would go up the more that we slighted Mary, whether that be inadvertent through harming Mary's friends, the mannequin heads, the statues, or the dolls. Or simply by telling Mary outright that we would rather leave the gallery with Gary, for example. Bearing that in mind, along with my discovery that we could ask Gary to read the words that Ebe doesn't understand, I began backtracking. In the red area, although probably not necessary, we could learn the names of more difficult paintings such as the Smoking Aristocrat and the Soul-Sapping Throng. In the yellow area, Gary would contribute interestingly on the stool, as well as in the hide-and-seek room. And in the green area, we would speak with Mr. Ant again, who is much sassier than I could have ever hoped for. Then, pushing onward into the gray area, we would of course see the scent-sensitive Porcupine, which is definitely a much more favorable name in my opinion. Stopping Gary from kicking the mannequin head saves him a point on his doom counter. However, I would let him push over the statue when fleeing the room because I was too anxious. I wasn't too worried over one instance, I just knew I didn't want to let that go up anymore, to err on the side of caution. Once in the break room, I made sure to return Gary's coat, use all of the dialogue options to learn more about him, and to discuss the Untitled painting. Although probably not necessary, I did go a bit overkill and looped the conversation to see each unique thing he could say, just in case that made a difference. Entering the violet area, we talked about the milk puzzle, read the not safe for work novel, which Gary would put to a swift end, and replied when the lights went out. In the first doll room, I said I was not sure if they were cute, but I think that's more of a Mary thing than one for Gary. Then, when separated by the flower of jealousy, I said I would rather not split up. So as to not increase Gary's doom counter, I dodged Mary's question about leaving, instead asking why she wanted to know. And again, with the doll, he didn't kick it, as well as past the danger doll room. Onward to the sketchbook, I believe taking the difficult with treasure path looking at the pudding. And talking in the sunspot a few times are also beneficial. Overall, I made sure to interact with him around every possible turn, using the talk button to discuss each area and after every choice within. All of these steps, although not all necessary, finally brought me to where I wanted to be. So we're gonna cut over to some footage from the other day and watch that. Back to you, past me. Moment of truth, y'all. Are you okay, Ebe? Did you get hurt when the glass shattered? My hand? Oh, you're right. I cut it. I didn't even notice. I must have cut it just now. Well, it's just a little scratch. Give a handkerchief. Please. A handkerchief. You're sure? Then I suppose I'll borrow it. Wait. Hold on. Isn't this real lace? I wouldn't want to make this dirty. Too late, unfortunately. Oh well. I'll be borrowing this then. Thank you, Ebe. I did it. I'm so excited. Now then, let's head outside. Oh, right. I got the key. Heading down. I'm gonna see if he sees this. No, he doesn't. Okay. I'm guessing only Ebe can see that. Oops. It feels almost like I've woken up from a dream. Ooh, this place looks familiar. Okay. I'm gonna save right here. I will come back for the bonus dungeon. Alright. So, I don't know if there's anything we need to look at here, but let's just get back upstairs. Blank world. There's no coming back after this. All your time here will be lost. Will you still jump in? What's this big painting? Fabricated world? Hey, isn't that the gallery we came from? Does that mean if we jump into this painting, we'll be able to go back? But how are we meant to jump into a painting? Whoa, what? Ebe, look, the frame. Now might be our chance. Yes, I'm really in. Hurry up, Ebe. Ebe? Ebe, what's wrong? Come on. I wonder if Gary can see the fake mother. Ebe, I finally found you. Goodness, I've been looking everywhere. Don't just go wandering off on your own. Your father's waiting for you too, see? Let's get going, Ebe. Ebe, hey, what are you doing? Hurry up and come over. I don't think he can. Ebe, how many times have I told you? Don't go following strangers. Hey, it's not scary, okay? You'll be fine. Ebe, listen to your mother. Don't go with some stranger. Do you want to never see your mother and father again? Ebe, here, I'll pull you over. Come with me. Reach out your hand. Ebe. What should you do? Take Gary's hand. All right. So excited for this ending. It's the best. I'm sure it's considered the true ending, but it just makes my heart so happy. You can't remember what you were doing. Oh, they're together this time. They weren't together in the other ending. Hey, Ebe, take a look at this painting. Amazing, isn't it? I bet this is your first time seeing such a huge painting. Did you see the postcards at the front desk? Tell me if there's a particular painting you like. We can buy a postcard of it as a souvenir. I got chills. What is it, little lady? What's this statue called? Ah, this? It's called Embodiment of Spirit, apparently. When I look at this rose, somehow I feel deeply sorrowful. I wonder why. Ah, my apologies. I shouldn't be dropping such things on you out of the blue, Ebe. Wait, what? Who's Ebe? Oh, her mouth! What? That's your name? Your name's really Ebe. That's the strangest thing. I mean, this should be our first meeting. It just kind of came out. How odd. But actually, have we perhaps met somewhere before? My, look at me, asking you such strange things. Never mind what I said. So long. What's this? A handkerchief? Did I always have this? What? This is yours? My word, it's true. Ebe, your name's on it. But why is it in my pocket? Not only that, there's blood on it. I'm so excited. I was wounded on the hand, and a girl gave me her handkerchief. That's it. I was lent this handkerchief. By that girl. By Ebe. Ebe. I remember now. Weren't we together back there? How could I have forgotten something so important? We stuck together all the way, traversing that bizarre gallery, being chased by those strange paintings, and meeting Mary too, right? Ebe, do you remember? I remember. Oh, thank goodness. It's honestly hard to believe even now, but it must have happened, right? Ebe, we got back safely. We did it. Haha. There's so much more I want to talk about, but I've got to get going. Say, Ebe, is it alright if I keep this handkerchief for a while longer? It wouldn't do to return it as it is. I'll be sure to give it a good clean and then give it back. Because we'll see each other again. Yes, this is all I wanted. This is what I wanted when I started replaying it. It's so good. Oh, and it plays the credits. So yeah, this totally is the true ending. That's cute. Oh, Gary when he first started. Huh. Maybe when she first came out? No, that's when she was just sitting there. This is great. I love it. Oh. I love it. Oh, and she has the candy. Oh, too good. I love it. 10 out of 10. And that is it. This one was kind of hard for me. It was a lot of back and forth editing, but I do think I'm happy with it. I'm currently up in the air as to what I want to do next. I'm tempted to cover each of the game's endings, so please let me know if you'd like to see that. I may also replay the original next and maybe compare them, and then move on to something else, maybe another RPG horror classic, although I may have an idea for Stardew Valley, so we'll see where I go. Also, let me know what you think of this format, that is, primarily having a voiceover rather than face cam. I do think I'm more comfortable, so I think I'm going to stick with it. But yeah, I really appreciate you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.